Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Wednesday, 31st January 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister leads a delegation to Washington to hold talks with U.S. authorities. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and a delegation met with U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and his team of government representatives and officials in the United States Capitol on Monday. TTT News has more.
The Secretary of State emphasized the importance of the bilateral relations between the countries and hopes that ties will continue to strengthen. Some of the topics discussed included energy security, education, climate resilience, training, and technical assistance.
We're partnering as well to fight violent crime and firearms trafficking, and this is a priority for the work that we're doing, as well as, of course, seeking and building up prosperity and opportunity in the region as a whole. We have vital work that we're doing as well to address other regional challenges, whether it's in Venezuela or whether it's in Haiti, but in all of these areas and others, including the strengthening of our own bilateral ties, which I've been very, very pleased to see.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley also emphasized the importance of the relationships between the countries and the wider Caribbean community.
We are happy that we've raised issues with you, and you have in fact been taking them on board. The safety and security challenges are extremely important to us, and the energy security are matters of day-to-day conversations, and we believe that you are part of that, and thanks for being a part of it.
Prime Minister Rowley also met with United States Trade Representative Ambassador Catherine Tai, who, as a member of the President's Cabinet, is the Chief Trade Advisor, negotiator, and spokesperson on U.S. trade policy.
In the meantime, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley may be preparing for retirement from political life. Dr. Rowley hinted at this when he delivered the feature address at the opening of the newly refurbished Balizier House, the headquarters of the People's National Movement, on Sunday night. From Monday, the building was open to members of the public for party business. CNC3's Rhonda Dowlat was there and brought us this report.
My wife retired at the end of the last year, and you could imagine how much pressure I am under to come home and meet my other family.
Prime Minister Rowley possibly indicating in his speech on Saturday night to his party members and supporters that his leadership may be nearing its end. He was also responding to colleagues who spoke before, who indicated that they would want him to stay on till 2030-2035. CNC3 spoke to political analyst Shane Mohammed on Dr. Rowley's utterances. He says the party's succession planning is already in motion.
In the structure of the PNM itself, the hierarchy of the PNM executive, there's clear indication of succession planning and succession pathways.
Mohammed says the question now arises about whether he meets the threshold of a by-election and all of those things in light of a general election being imminent. Former General Secretary of the People's National Movement, Ashton Ford, pointed out the party has established processes and procedures for succession.
The party allows the Constitution to take its course. In terms of succession, the party's Constitution comes into play, and that determines the leader. And it can only come to that, it depends on what the General Council decides, based on Dr. Rowley's situation.
PNM stalwart Ferdy Ferrero, who attended the reopening, explained that although it may have sounded like the political leader was hinting at retirement, there was no outright announcement.
It was a sort of twin message that, look, don't depend on me. But it was not an outright announcement that I'm leaving. No such thing was made.
Ferreira says Rowley, in reality, has to decide if he is going. And when he does say it, the machinery will have to be put in place for the process for selecting somebody to lead the party in the next election. Rhonda Dowlat, CNC3 News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Haiti crisis discussed at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Conclave. More in this ZNS News item.
Earlier this week, National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Monroe says a decision has not yet been made as to whether the Bahamas' involvement in the multinational security force heading to Haiti will be infantry or maritime. Minister Monroe's comments came during the Executive and Command Leadership Conclave at Palmar.
We will expect to continue to receive cogent, good advice about, firstly, which option we ought to elect. And that should be driven by which option we are best suited to execute. And from where we sit then, which option is preferable in our national interest. Because make no mistake about it, everyone acts in their national interest. Regardless of where they engage in the world, everyone acts out of their national interest. And so that will be an issue that we would wish to continue to receive advice from you on. Because once the commitment is made, and then we will be counting on you to make it happen.
He noted the preference at this time is for maritime involvement in Haiti.
That is the assistance that we had always offered to the Republic of Haiti to train their Coast Guard. Because the Haitian National Police is one amalgam. It's the classic police, it's prison officers, and it's their Coast Guard. All of that makes up the Haitian National Police.
Police will be out in full force for Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. That's the assurance given by Acting ACP Winston Mirage and the Silver Commander for Carnival celebrations. Mirage said the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service was acting swiftly to address matters of back pay owed to officers. However, he is warning those who would try to take advantage of the system. TV6's Mark Bassat reports.
Come Carnival Monday and Tuesday, expect the boys in blue and grey to be out in full force to ensure that your carnival is safe. One day after Commissioner of Police Earl Herwood Christopher assured the national community that there will be no sick-out action by officers, Acting ACP Winston Maharaj, the Silver Commander for Carnival, says that all police officers are ready for duty and those who attempt to manipulate the system at that time would face consequences.
While in terms of the bargaining and other benefits that a police officer or a public servant or an employee is entitled to, there is an offense, disciplinary, where if it is found that a person is malingering, that is to say, the person presents a medical certificate indicating that he is ill, has some medical condition, but it is discovered that that is not so. It carries with it certain disciplinary measures and consequences.
And while the police are expected to be on the ground for Carnival, that cover will also be extended to those who decide to head to the beaches or simply go out camping, etc., according to the Gold Commander for Carnival. The pervading theme of safety was echoed throughout the TTPS news conference as the Gold Commander encouraged returning residents and tourists to come to our carnival, stating it will be extremely safe and also recognizing the festival's economic benefit to the country.
And we know our responsibility to provide that assurance, and we are giving that assurance to this nation and the persons abroad, the team this year being coming from the NCC, come back home. We're giving you that assurance that you can come back home and be safe.
And as the festivities kick into a higher gear this weekend, Acting ACP Maharaj said the police are set and ready for the first major NCC event, namely the Pan Semis at the Queen's Park, Savannah.
That the police and supporting agencies are well poised, having made significant preparations. We are well poised to police this event, to ensure that it remains incident-free and it's a memorable experience for all participants.
Mark Besant, TV6 News.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.